Good morning, everyone. Monica Corrado here, the Gap Chef. I'm a little late today. I'm sorry. I will be starting these at 11:45 a.m. Mountain Time. From here on out, I have a pretty full client schedule prior to this little event. So I need a little more time to be able to get ready and get on. Hello, Faria. Again, Monica Corrado here, the Gap Chef. I am not a medical doctor. I'm a certified nutrition consultant. I am a certified GAPS practitioner. I'm a teaching chef. And my desire here is to make sure that all of you, that the information about GAPS gets out to people. And that I'm available to answer any questions that you have. Hello, Claude. Hello, Kathleen. Hello. Anyway, so just so we're clear, I'm not a medical doctor. I cannot diagnose. I won't, blah, blah, blah. I can't talk about healing, etc. So if you would like more information about what I'm doing, what's available to you in terms of my books and my classes and my charts and etc., go to simplybeingwell.com. All right, welcoming Yasmin, welcoming Rox. Hello, Rox. I don't know if you're new to the group, but if you are, welcome, welcome. I would like to talk today. Hello, Monica, my name buddy across the ocean. Good to have you with us today. All right, so today I thought we would talk about something that's very, very important and very much overlooked. So here we are. We are reading our books. We are reading the yellow book. We are reading the blue book. We are reading my book. We're reading the GAPS nutritional protocol. We are sourcing the best type of food that we can find, the cleanest, the most sustainably raised, the cleanest, the most nutrient dense, the most sustainably raised. We've done all these things. We've gotten the food. We have sourced the food. We are cooking the food. We are learning the GAPS techniques. We have mastered meat stock instead of bone broth. We are making beautiful one-pot meals with meat stock. We are making sauerkraut. We are making cabbage tonic. We are having beet kvass. We are soaking and sprouting and fermenting nuts and seeds if we eat them. We are culturing beautiful raw dairy. We're making gorgeous kefir and kefir cream. And we're making yogurt. We're making all these wonderful things. We are making ghee. We are doing all these things right. Or we're doing them all to the best of our ability at this time, which is also perfect, right? So we're doing all of these wonderful things. And that is all really, really good. And I just want to today talk about one thing. I know I'm making it. Where's the drum roll? My son's a drummer. Drum roll, please. That means emphasis, please. There's one thing that can really blow this whole thing open if we don't pay attention to it. So, for those of you that are already paying attention to it, yay! For those of you who it hasn't even occurred to, that's fine. Time to make a change. Here's what it is. Ready? Water. Water. The water we drink, the water we cook with, the water we make ferments with, and the water we bathe in. All of those things are absolutely critical. Water, water, water. Critical to everyone. So why do I say this? Because, as I said, you could be doing everything right. and to the best of your ability, spending time, spending money, spending time in the kitchen, cooking things wonderfully, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And if you are trying to make ferments with water from the tap, you're killing everything. If you are, because there are chemicals in tap water. If you are trying to drink a lot of water because water is good for you, and that water is from the tap, you are drinking chemicals, and you are, I don't want to say destroying, but certainly, definitely hindering your gut flora. Destroying is probably more accurate, but I don't want to make anybody nervous. So, if you are, you're trying to make ferments with water that has chemicals in it. You're drinking water that has chemicals in it. You're bathing in water or showering in water that has chemicals in it. Yeah, I could say it a different way, which is we need to be drinking, cooking with, and bathing in, or washing in, or showering in pure water, filtered water, water that has had all of the toxins removed to the best of our ability. So really, really important, everyone. I will hear stories of people who are doing, they'll come to me for a client consultation. And the first thing I'll go over is water. What kind of water? Oh, we're just drinking water from the tap. Or we're drinking water from the filter in the refrigerator. Yeah, no. So really important, folks. There's levels of this. So the first level is we need to take out all of the chemicals that the municipalities, the cities, the governments, whoever the water authority is in your area, we need to take out the chemicals that they are putting in. Sadly, some days I turn on the tap in my kitchen and I smell the chlorine. Now, thank God I have a filtration system, but it's in there. So God knows what I'm not smelling, right? So the first level here is filtration. To filter the water, that means filter on your sink, right? Filtered water to cook with, filtered water to drink, filtered water to make your ferments with, right? And filtered water to bathe and shower in. So I just want to put that out there. That's the first level of working with water, is to make sure that you're taking everything that's toxic out before you put it in your body or on your body. Okay? We're all doing the best we can. You know that is one of the things I always say. And not everyone can afford a whole house filter. Perfect. I get it, no problem. Other people are renting, right? They don't own their house, they can't do that, etc. It's either a financial barrier or they just don't own their home and they can't do those kind of changes. So what can you do? You do the best you can, right? I'm always talking about good, better, best. So that you do the best that you can with where you are. And so the first thing that you can do is let's just talk about the kitchen. You can get a 10-stage water filter. It's about this big, that sits on top of your sink and connects to the faucet. That's a great thing to do. Some people have great big Berkey filters. Berkey currently has some issues going on. I'm not sure what they are. I think it was mold that's found in the where the faucet is coming out. You need to be able to get that cleaned out or something. So there are some really good water pitchers that are out there that take out the persistent organic, not even organic, the persistent pollutants. The Environmental Working Group has put out a great study, the EWG, Environmental Working Group has put out a great study on the pitchers, the water filtration systems that they have found that take out anywhere from 98 to 100% of the chemicals. I am not an affiliate with any of these people, folks. I'm just trying to tell you, you have to filter your water, or I'm not going to say everything you're doing is for naught. That would feel really bad. But let's just say that when you start filtering, things are going to get better and easier, and healing can happen. If the body, start in a different place. If GAPS is half about supporting the detoxification pathways of the body, and it is, right? We know that one part of GAPS is all about what are you eating and what are you not eating. And the other part of GAPS, which is, right, these are two tracks running alongside. You've got to do both parts, folks. If you're new to GAPS, you need to know it's about the food and it's about supporting the detoxification of the body. So, yeah, what we don't want to be doing is eating or drinking toxins. More toxins. So water definitely comes into this category, like big time, right? So if you're water that for drinking, water for cooking, water for making beautiful ferments in, water needs to be pure. And I said that's the first level, is filter your water, do your due diligence, do your research, find out what it is that you can get a hold of that will filter what you've got in your water. Really, really, really important. As I said, it doesn't have to cost $1 million, doesn't even have to cost a couple $100. But it's very, very important to get the water that you're cooking with and drinking and making ferments with filtered. And it's very important for you to also be sure that your body, the biome, the microbiome on your body, on your face, on your scalp, on your skin, everywhere on your body, in your mouth when you're brushing your teeth. Are you brushing your teeth with chlorinated water? Are you brushing your teeth with municipal water? If you are and it hasn't been filtered, you're killing off what's in the microbiome in your mouth. Very, very important, right? If you're putting your child in a detox bath, right? A detox bath, which is nice and hot, we don't want them in toxic water that then you're putting Epsom salts in. So a bath ball, if you don't have a whole house water filter, no problem. A bath ball to take the toxins out. A shower filter that you can then run the water through into the bathtub. Sometimes that's a great way to do it. 2 for 1. Just get a shower filter that's really good and shoot the water into the bathtub. If you have one of those wands, it's very easy to do without making a great big mess in your bathroom. So really super duper important. I bring this up today because of so many people that I've been working with in this past week or so that will come to me and tell me all the beautiful things that they're doing, and they're not getting any traction on the diet, right? They're making meat stock. It's beautiful, and they're sourcing gorgeous meaty bones, and they've got, organic vegetables that they're fermenting, and they're drinking a bunch of raw milk kefir, and they're doing everything right. And things, like eczema, rashes, dandruff, yeah? All those things aren't going away. Well, there's lots of reasons why that may be happening, and we could go into that another time, but water fundamentally must be pure, must be non-toxic for everyone. So another option is to go ahead and buy in glass bottles spring water. Right? Spring water from somewhere around where you live. That's always best, or sometimes best. Maybe you have a toxic place. Sorry. But anyway, so if you're in Germany, there's beautiful, spring water that's full of minerals that is in glass bottles. If you're in the U.S., there's at least one brand I'm aware of right now that is Mountain Valley that's in glass, spring water. So you can buy spring water to drink. Buy it in a glass bottle. Dr. Natasha likes to talk about finding springs near you. Like, where are the springs near you? Is it possible for you to get fresh mineral water from, an area local to you or within an hour drive or something? Again, everyone does the best that they can. Some people will listen to me say that right now and be like, are you cracked? I can't put another thing into my schedule. Cool. No problem. Just putting it out there as good, better, best, right? Best. Find a mineral spring. Best. Own a mountain. No, I'm kidding. Right? Get your own mineral spring. Anyway, so we're all doing the best we can, but I'm just trying to really emphasize this point, folks, that we need to get, or I'm strongly suggesting to you that we get some of the fundamentals down before we go doing all these other things and ticking off all those other boxes, right? Are we doing enemas with chlorinated water? Problem. Yeah? All right, so I just want to bring that up. The other thing I want to say is that that's the foundation, meaning the first step is just purify your water. Make sure it's not full of toxins. That usually means filtering. So filter the water, whether it's in your kitchen or in your bathroom, both, yeah? And the next thing that we could talk about is structuring your water. Now, structuring water is another whole thing. I could probably do a whole class for a couple hours on structured water, but I'm not going to take all the time today to talk about structured water. Let's just say that your body runs better on structured water, and your body is made of structured water. Structured water is water that comes out of the earth, like out of a spring. So if you're drinking spring water, you're drinking structured water. Or something that you structure yourself by putting it through a vortex. If you want to learn more about this, you can go on my website and look at Anna Lemma Wands, look under Resources Water. You can jump on Dr. Tom Cowan's website and look at all of his stuff about water, or you could read his book that's called Cancer and the New Biology of Water. Not that any of you have cancer. Well, all of you do. It's just not. Sorry, don't get worried about that statement. Dr. Natasha says we all have everything inside of us. The question is whether or not it's showing up. So anyway, just read the part about the new biology of water. It's really fascinating. You can also go ahead and read or look at or go to Weston A. Price and look at Gerald Pollack's work on structured water. He also calls it EZ water or exclusionary zone water. Anyway, no one even has to do that if you don't want to. But all I'm saying is that the first level of anything right now, folks, no matter where you live, if you live in Indonesia and you live in, you live in France, you live in the US, you live in Canada, you live in South Africa, anywhere all over the globe, folks, water is fundamental. You are made of water, and you cannot be well drinking or bathing in or rinsing your mouth out with or washing your hair with toxic water. That's the beginning of it all. Don't try to make meat stock with toxic water. Or a beautiful, one of those gorgeous teas, ginger, chamomile, right? Peppermint, right? All those things. We want pure water going into the body, and it is absolutely critical that it at least be filtered, right? And then, I didn't even talk about mineralizing with either a little bit of good salt, a little bit of Soleil, yeah, a little bit of sea or marine plasma. How are you getting your minerals into that water? I do not think RO water is good for you unless it's been remineralized. RO meaning reverse osmosis. I also don't think that distilled water is good for you unless it's been remineralized for lots of reasons. You are made of positive and negative charges, and you need minerals. So, Alrighty, that's what I wanted to talk about today, just to bring it out there, bring it up again, and have people think about water and what you're doing in your own home to make sure that whatever you're drinking, cooking with, fermenting with, bathing in, showering in, washing your hair with, is clean, is not toxic. Okay. That's what I've got for today. I'm happy to take any questions about anything, but first I want to say hello to people who jumped in before or after I started. All right, who've we got? We've got Fatima here. Hello, Fatima. Hello, Hussein. Hello, Leonie. Hooray! Thank you to everyone who sent me birthday wishes on the page. That was very, very sweet, and I appreciate it so much. Okay, hello, Abby. Hello, Anissa. Hello, Laura. Woohoo! Look at all these fabulous people. Hello, Anna. Hello, Vlad, Alina. Beautiful. Hello, Kelly. Hey, Colleen. How are you, my friend? Hey, Star's here too. Woohoo! We've got Shaylee. I might get it wrong. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't butcher that. Hello, Magdalena. Magda is here. Bisma is here. Vanderhorst Homestead. Here you are. Hey, Deb, Natalie Bean, all you fabulous people. Hello, all you fabulous individuals. Thanks for being with me. Anyway, any questions that you've got now about anything GAPS-ish, I'm happy to talk about. If it's about water, you could let me know if you are filtering your own water. I hope everyone's filtering their water. Really, really important. But, all right, I'm going to be bratty here because you know me. I challenge anyone, not in a bad way, but just as a fun little exercise. I have been structuring my water with a wand for about a year now, actually. And, yes, with an analemma water wand. Hello, Efren. And I am really seeing my plants are so happy. So the challenge, or the game, or whatever, you could do this if you wanted to, would be to water a plant, 2 plants, same type of plant, whatever, same conditions, right? Like they've got the same soil, they've got the same light, correct light, etc., the same timing for watering, and you water the plants. One plant you water with structured water, one plant you water with filtered water that has not been structured. Watch what happens. All right. This has huge, huge implications for growing your own vegetables, for farmers, for all sorts of things. It's just amazing. Hello, Anna. All right. All right, folks, we've got about 17, 20 minutes. If people have questions about anything, you're welcome to ask about water. You're welcome to ask why I'm going off about water, if you didn't already figure that out, or if I wasn't clear about why. Yeah. Anybody else think this is an issue? I don't know. And or ask any question that you like about GAPS that I could help. Oh, so also OnCon, GAPS online conference. Get your tickets now or whenever you'd like. The GAPS online conference starts a week from Thursday. Dr. Natasha has several cameos, of course. I have 3 classes I'll be teaching. It's going to be really wonderful. Lots of tips and tricks about how to raise a family on GAPS, right? So doesn't everybody need help with that? I think so. Right? Like, what could you do? Make it easier, etc., etc. All righty then. Well, we have no questions, so I'll probably just keep on with my day, unless anyone would like to ask a question. Anybody? Put it right there. Am I looking at the chat? I think so. La la la, I could sing to you. No questions about anything. All righty then. Questions, you're welcome to ask questions about meat stock, about fermentation, about about culturing dairy, about nuts and seeds, about all sorts of things. All right. About what's going on. Hello, Lauren. Good to have you with us. Okay, I don't think we've ever had no questions and Ask the Gap Chef whatever you want. I could start doing my, is that Jeopardy? Do, 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 do. Yeah? I don't know. No one has any questions today. Okie dokie. Just looking, just looking. Nope. Okay. Maybe there's something wrong with my video. I don't know. I'm not seeing any questions. Questions about you, questions about your children, questions about the GAPS diet, questions about intro, questions about full, etc. Did I just blow you all away with this question of water and what you're doing about water? I hope not. Okie dokie, Smokies. I'm going to stay on for about another minute. If I don't see any questions coming in, we'll just go ahead and close early. Monica's discussion of water. It's amazing to me. I don't think I've ever been on with no questions at all. Nobody has a question. Everything's going, that's fabulous. I mean, everything's going incredibly well. Everyone's good. Yeah. Should I keep teaching? Someone throw me a thing up. Whee! How about Star? Can you hear me okay? Is everything good? Somebody send me a note. So maybe I'm just not seeing the questions. Hello, Georgie. How are you? Good to have you with us. All right. Well, I'd like to welcome anyone who's new to this. Every Tuesday, I try to get on, if my life allows it. I get on at about, I'm going to be getting on 11:45 a.m. and talking with you for about 45 minutes, answering any questions that you have about anything that is going on. Yeah. Anything about gaps? Yep. I'm going to see what's going on here. Okie doke, smokes. All right, bring Star on and see what she has to say. How fun is this?
Hey, Monica.
Hey, Star. How are you?
I'm doing good. I wanted to let you know that you have so many people in here asking questions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't see a thing.
I know. I don't. Are you?
Well,
yeah.
Do you want to read them to me? How's that?
I will see if I can find them.
Yeah, I have no questions whatsoever.
Okay. So there's a bunch that I can't see, but the most recent. Can you recommend a good source for no plants gaps for healing MCAS? MCAS, an acronym for, what is that, an acronym?
Mast cell activation, I think.
Okay, no plant.
So can I recommend a source for healing no plant diet?
That's what she said.
Well, I would go ahead and read the book. The blue book has no plant very clearly. The biggest thing about no plant is no beef. right? We're not doing any beef on no plant, and we're not doing any plants anywhere. There are no plants in the stock, right? You only make it with salt. There are no plants. There's just no plants. So I would just go ahead and read that real well, and then work with a GAPS practitioner or a GAPS coach, probably a GAPS practitioner to implement. That's all I really have for that. In terms of MCAS, one of the things that Dr. Natasha says over and over again, and Star would agree with me, is that we don't really go for diagnoses and labels with GAPS. What we do is we work the diet. We do the detox, and then we go from there.
And
right.
There's a GAPS practitioner that I just recently spoke with. Her name is Monica, also with a K, last name Holland.
Monica Holland,
and
yes.
I know that she's really is very well versed with no GAPS, and I know she's taking clients on.
No plant GAPS, Monica Holland. You can also find her. She's done an amazing enema masterclass that's sitting on gapstraining.com. People are interested. You can find her also through gaps.me. Thanks, Star. That's awesome.
You're welcome. So text not showing. Water quality in the UK is terrible. So I'm on spring water. You don't see our questions. Lots of questions. I can hear you. Can someone who has PKU, an allergy to protein, do GAPS? Asking for a friend's husband who is very ill.
So I would suggest, so I don't know PKU, I have not worked with it personally, but I would look very closely at Dr. Natasha's work with FPIES, FPIES. It's in the Blue Book. That has to do with babies, children that cannot handle protein. And so I would look at that and see how she works with FPIES. We have absolutely we absolutely helped people, children and adults, who have protein issues. So I would say, yes, you can. There are a lot of pieces to that puzzle. Is it just beef protein? Is it just pork protein? Is it fish protein? Is it all protein? Is it dairy protein? It would be really helpful for you to work with a certified GAPS practitioner. And I suggest that you look at Dr. Natasha's work on FPIES, FPIES. That's where I would go. I never say that I'll put it this way. I always say that GAPS helps. No matter what's going on, GAPS is going to help. Why? Because it takes out the toxins and it brings in the nutrition, right? Many people are sick because of malnutrition. They are malnourished. Why are they malnourished? Well, some of it's the food, some of it's the state of their digestive system, right? Some of it's the fact that they have so many pathogens that are eating all the nutrients, so they're not getting any. So malnutrition is a big piece of it, and and their digestive system not working. So I think that GAPS can help everyone. How it's implemented can be very, very specific, depending on who we're talking. What are the symptoms? How are things showing up? So I would go there. I would look at FPIES. I'm going to look right now and see where she's got it. Oh, look at that. Food protein induced enterocolitis syndrome and its variations is in GAPS A to Z, which is starts on page 409. Look at that in this book. Yeah. Okay. What else we got?
Okay. I can't understand Anna Bongiorno's question, so she can retype it, and that would be good. Someone asked if the country they live in, the tap water does not contain chlorine or fluoride. Do they still need to use a filter? No fluoride, no chlorine in the tap.
You know what? If they're not using chlorine or fluoride, they're using something.
Right.
So what I would suggest doing is, always up to you, but less toxins are always better. So, we know the problems with chlorine and fluoride, but there's a million bazillion other things they're putting in water. If you live in a town, no matter where you are on the planet, All right, that may be a gross generalization. Most towns on the planet are, they are putting chemicals into water to kill everything. And that means that water will kill everything in you in terms of, microbes. Like, we want good microbes. Half of what we do in GAPS is grow good microbes, right? Like, we do like lactofermentation, we do culturing dairy, right? What are we trying to do? Grow good microbes and then eat them, drink them, consume them, put them on our bodies, put them in our bodies. So, I highly recommend that you filter water that's coming out of the tap if you're going to drink it or cook with it or ferment with it. And if you're interested, you certainly could contact the local water authority and say, hey, can I see your records? Like, what are you putting in my water? And they have to let you know. So,
and don't, like, it's municipal. So when people, are on all sorts of medication and they, this water gets cleaned and refiltered, but doesn't some of that come through if we don't have a carbon filter or something that is at least somewhat trying to address that?
It, sister. So yeah, Star's talking about, prescription medication that they're not able to filter out. I don't know how much of it comes back in, but certainly it can land back in your water. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
All right. So next question. Becky Plotner recommended drinking baking soda daily for acid reflux and high pylori. Did I say that right?
H. pylori. H. pylori.
I would say that wrong.
Yeah.
Can you explain why you do not recommend drinking baking soda, please?
Yes. Actually, very fun. So last week I got to teach with Dr. Natasha. Star knows that's so much fun, right? When she comes on, she teaches. So I'm always learning and listening from, the one, our great GAPS guru. And so, yeah, here's the deal. Our stomachs are meant to be acidic. Did I say that? I did. Our stomachs are meant to be acidic. And if your stomach is not acidic, you are not able to break down protein, and which is what your stomach's supposed to do. And you're also not able, your body is unable to turn on the switch to allow the enzymes to release the enzymes that you need to break down your food into your small intestine. So if you're sitting there drinking baking soda all day or every day, you are compromising your stomach acid. I got to tell you, probably 90% of the people that I work with have reduced stomach acid already. And if we just fixed that problem by, drinking sauerkraut juice, drinking beet kvass, drinking bitters, some people need to take hydrochloric acid with their foods, with their meals, whatever. If we could just fix that, a lot of what's going on with people would go away. So I really think it's a bad idea to drink baking soda. Yeah, I just really do. I mean, yeah, you're setting up conditions for H. pylori to live. One more thing, folks. And so here's what Dr. Natasha said, because she was asked about baking soda on this training call with the certified GAPS practitioners. And what she said was, if you have yeast issues, then use baking soda in the enema. Because what happens, the baking soda, the bicarbonate of soda, will dissolve the yeast's ability to hold on to the feces in the colon. That's why we have baking soda enemas, is that it dissolves and then the yeast can come out. But yeah, I love Becky Plotner. She was a dear friend of mine. She still is, even though she's now heaven bound. I don't agree that drinking baking soda is a good idea, and I don't think I ever will.
And I'm sure she would clarify and agree with you as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so beet kvass, can you have too much of it?
It's an interesting question. Beet kvass, can you have too much of it? Well, first of all, beet kvass is a ferment. It's a lacto ferment, which we love, which is great. with all of its benefits, right? We know that lacto ferments have all sorts of great things. I tend to caution my high pitta clients, meaning anyone that has blue, gray, or green eyes, or red hair, or a combination of those, because beet kvass can really stoke the fire, increase the digestive fire, increase your fire, and it can make you, in the summertime, there's more fire, rage. So if you're drinking beet kvass as an adult or even as a child, and you start seeing that your child or you are starting to get really like snappy, judgmental, like you're really up in that beet kvass, yeah, then you probably want to back off the beet kvass and get something that's less fiery, like cabbage tonic or something else like that. I hope that's helpful. I do have an article on our page, Ask the Gap Chef, under featured posts that tells you, that's called, cabbage tonic and beet kvass, which, when, and talks a lot about these things.
Okay.
Yep.
Isabella says, my 8-year-old has been on GAPS for almost 5 years. His eczema cleared up during the first year, but keeps coming back. We're stuck on stage 2, 3 most of the time. We're back on intro, no plant GAPS, and his eczema is spreading over his body. We're doing detox foot baths every day, meat stock 3 to 5 cups per day, reintroducing kraut, yogurt, kefir very slowly, and using filtered, revitalized water. We're wondering what to focus on. Any ideas?
So yay for eczema. I know. I'm not trying to make it, like make something small that can be very, very uncomfortable. But we need to remember that eczema, that the skin is one of the major detox organs of the body. And the skin, when eczema flares after a year, well, kudos to you, because that means that you had a lot of healing and now the body is detoxing yet another layer or healing yet another layer. So one of the things I suggest that people do all the time, do it once a week, do it once a month, is read the chapter on healing in the Blue Book. It's all about layers happening, peeling away the layers, peeling away the layers. So again, I'm not trying to say yippee-i-o-ki-yay about your eczema, because eczema can be very uncomfortable, but it also means that the body is really working on, on detoxing. So what do? We look at, I personally would look to make sure you're having no fruit at all, no fruit, which if you're hanging out on stage 2 and stage 3, you probably are not. No fruit and no nuts and no seeds, because of course they can feed yeast. And I would be as a practitioner, would be focusing a lot on kefir. Kefir, Kefir, milk kefir, and lots of it. I would also, 3 to 5 cups a day for a person that young is a lot of meat stock. I mean, that's great. But, we want to make sure that the body is winning and not like struggling. So what needs to happen for you to tweak so that that sweet body can come to balance without so much struggle? So maybe it's backing off to 3 cups of meat stock a day, which is plenty for a child that age. That means you won't have to be in the kitchen so much. Sorry. Which could be a good thing. Or maybe you could have an extra cup, Mom, right? Yeah, I would be really looking at that. I would be looking at kefir and really increasing the kefir more than anything else. No sugar, lots of kefir. Yeah, and then other supportive things. You may, if you're not doing a castor oil pack on that child's liver, I would do that. I would start slowly with that. I need to write a whole blog about castor oil because people don't know how to use it, and that would be helpful, I think. Castor oil pack on the liver. I would also say, are you doing enemas with this child? Because we know that even if the child is not having any problems with constipation, etc., or bowel movements, enemas are an incredible detox method. In fact, again, another little gem from Dr. Natasha, she said, enemas are the best detox you can do. But for everyone, anyone and everyone. So let's all get jiggy with enemas. It's funny, Star, you brought up Monica Holland. Everybody go take her her enema masterclass if you're worried about enemas. And let's start using them as the detoxification superstar that they are for our children and ourselves. Yep.
Excellent. So from what stage of intro can I take nutritional yeast, and how many teaspoons can I take?
Eat liver.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry,
but it's yummy.
Okay, well, here's the thing, folks. So, most people have nutritional yeast because it is very high in B vitamins, and that's awesome. I want to make sure that everyone's having enough liver, because liver is also very high in B vitamins, and it's also, a superfood, and is going to be giving you so much more. That's where I'm going to go, Star and everyone else. Liver first, nutritional yeast. I don't know, maybe stage 3.
Okay.
Stage 3. You can take it, I don't know. I think it's a teaspoon at a time. So start with a teaspoon, see how you do, go up to 2 teaspoons, maybe a tablespoon a day for an adult is probably enough.
But we're taking it as just something that is not healthy, and GAPS legal, but not for medicine. Or not for healing, we'd focus on the liver.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Nutritional yeast is a great thing for people to eat and have, and yeah, it's great.
Okay,
oh my God, look at that. Now the questions came up.
Oh, you see them now?
Yeah, but go ahead. Now I'm going to say hello to people. Hey, Dill is here. Woohoo! Roseanne is here. Marie is here. I love all these people that I didn't see. Kristen is here. Yay, Manuela's here. Look at all these fabulous people. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Okay, go ahead, Star.
Okay,
it's fun baby, anyway, isn't it fun?
This is fun. It is fun. So our baby is sensitive to apple. We found out by blood work. Can we introduce another fruit? He hasn't had any yet because of eczema. Do we wait another 6 weeks, or does eczema have to clear up completely before trying fruit?
There's no reason for people to have fruit. Oh, I know. I'm just so strong today about these things, aren't I? Sorry. I say that because I see all these little things I see these little comments on the page that are like, oh, my baby hasn't had fruit yet. My baby needs more fruit, or my baby needs fruit. No, babies don't need fruit. Babies need liver. They need liver and cultured dairy. Sorry. Okay. Let me just bring it back a notch or two. Yes, if your child, this is again, from what I know from the course and from teaching and blah, 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 being a certified GAPS practitioner, if your child has eczema, no fruit, no nuts, no seeds, no beans, period, end of story. Don't worry about it. They will get plenty of vitamin C from sauerkraut and cabbage and liver. I would really suggest that you don't do any of those things 6 months, at least. Well, it's now February, so you're going to say, well, summer's coming and there'll be a lot of fruit. So yeah, remember that fruit is sugar, and sugar feeds pathogens, specifically yeast. So fruit is sugar, sugar feeds pathogens. So I know the whole world's telling you, oh, vitamin C, you have to have fruit. No, you don't. You don't ever have to have fruits for the rest of your life. But all I'm trying to say is don't worry about your baby. Baby's going to be fine without fruit for a while. Why don't we start with 3 months, since it's February? So February, March, April, maybe till June 1st. Let's see how the eczema goes by taking out all of the fruit, nuts, seeds, beans out until June 1, and then let's see what happens.
Okay, that same person just gave a little bit more context. Baby has been on GAPS for 5 months and has allergies to dairy and coconut, can't have yogurt or kefir.
Is that an anaphylactic allergy? Because if it's not an anaphylactic allergy, then that baby can have dairy, and you just have to decide which dairy you're going to do, whether it is cow, goat, sheep, camel, donkey, something else. So please, people, please. I know, Star, you've heard me say this before. Please, I try to teach all the practitioners, please, dairy is absolutely critical for the growth of your child, both their immune system function and their bones and everything else. So unless it's anaphylaxis, we go forward with the dairy introduction protocol.
Yes. Okay. Claude said they would love a Facebook Live on castor oil, so you know.
All right, I'll put that down.
Okay, Vlad, our baby, same one. Our baby had that, and I thought it was eczema. Okay. Oh, okay. So Vlad was just saying that she was just commenting about the eczema, the person with the eczema problem, that it could be possibly ringworm. Okay.
Ringworm. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, no, we've had ringworm before that was like, what is that? And it turned out to be ringworm.
But ringworm usually isn't all over your body.
Right. Yeah. Unless you just don't take care of it and it keeps spreading. But
yeah, for sure.
Okay. So someone just said that that was encouraging because her child hasn't had any fruit or nuts in 3 years.
Yay! They don't have to have nuts for the rest of their life. No problem.
He was having 3 glasses of kefir for a year, and now we're going since January, milk intro protocol according to the book. So just statement there. Perfect. Can we take magnesium glycinate and magnesium malate as a dietary supplement? What is the best time to take these?
I just crossed myself. Sorry. Okay. I'm showing my stripes today, Star, I think. Yeah. Magnesium. Remembering, magnesium is in every green vegetable that you've ever eaten. Like magnesium is the core molecule in the chlorophyll molecule, right? So magnesium, if you need more magnesium, the first thing I'm going to say, and the first thing Dr. Natasha is going to say is get it from food. That means green juices, and some more green juices. All right, if you're not doing juices for some reason, maybe you're not on stage 4 yet, maybe, I don't know what. Pardon me?
Maybe they have issues with the oxalates.
Yeah, oxalates is really a spinach issue more than any other green for the most part. Okay. So don't juice spinach, juice something else. Magnesium. So, I mean, the short answer is, yeah, you can take magnesium glycinate and magnesium whatever you want innate, but I don't agree with it personally. I think that the human body should be getting all of its minerals and nutrients as food and not as isolated fractions. So magnesium, I know that Dr. Natasha has magnesium glycinate in the blue book and the yellow book, etc. And she says you can use it, and you can. I personally would be really relying on the diet. I would want to know why you want to take magnesium. If it's constipation, then I would go back to my Facebook Live from last week because I went all over why does constipation happen, etc. If it is for anxiety or it is for mental health issues, which magnesium can help with, I really encourage you to take a full spectrum, that's not even a word, a term for magnesium, but I would take a whole food magnesium supplement. The best one that I know of is Easy Mag from Standard Process. It's made from chard and buckwheat leaves. That's all it is. There may be some alfalfa in there. If you say, I live in Europe and I can't get Standard Process, I'm sorry about that. I really am. Golly gee willikers. But you could get, I'm thinking, you just look for a magnesium made from greens. You know, they make them. They do make them, and they are available in Europe at least. And they're actually tinctures, but it's a whole food magnesium. The other thing is, remember, you can get magnesium through Epsom salts. That's what it is, magnesium sulfate. They're making high magnesium flakes. These are my quotes, not my rabbit ears, that you can put in the bath. You can also do a magnesium spray on the body. I just personally am not into isolating parts of things and giving them to the body because the body doesn't like it very much. I know. Long answer.
Yep. Okay, and the best time of day if they were to go ahead and get the supplement that you recommend?
You can take it all day long because Yeah, I would take it in the morning, afternoon, and certainly before bed because it will help with sleep.
Okay. So we're
Yep.
still kind of going back and forth with the eczema conversation. Someone asked if it could possibly be a fungal issue and not eczema, and if so, would washing the body with kefir fix fungal issues?
That's a really great question. I would suggest a couple things. So, one of the things you can try is, yes, definitely putting kefir on the body and maybe try one patch of it and see, do it 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row and see what happens, even 2 or 3 days. That would give you some good information. The other thing is you could take a baking soda bath, right? If it's fungal, you could take a baking soda bath. Look, I have a little guy coming up for some reason. I don't know. What the heck? Last week we had balloons. I don't even know where they came from, and I don't really care, but they were cute. So yes, you could take a baking soda bath and see if that has an effect on the eczema. So, again, yes, baking soda could definitely clear yeast topically. Yeah, you could try those two things. Pardon me, and see what happens.
Excuse me, I gotta take a, okay. I'm only gonna be able to ask a couple more, but you can see them now, right?
Now I can see them.
Oh, good. Okay, so I'm gonna ask this one more. I'm gonna stop at Dill Aura.
Okay.
Do you see her?
Good.
My 18-month-old is taking 2 strong antibiotics because of severe lung infection. Could you please let me know how I can save or restore her biome? Won't probiotic foods interfere with the treatment?
That's a great, great question. So, I'm going to clear my throat. Hold on. Goodness gracious. All right. First of all, any kind of lung anything, Dr. Natasha said, if you have a lung infection or a cough, which maybe I should go do after this, or a cold, she would put lard or tallow on the chest 2 or 3 times a day. Lard or tallow on the chest. Lard is best. Remember that the lungs are fat-loving organs. They need it to function. So that's one thing. The other thing is you could make sure that you're taking probiotics on opposite times than when you're taking the antibiotics. That's what you do. And then don't worry, just get back on GAPS. No problem. We do what we have to do when we have to do it, and then we just do our best, right? The diet will help a lot. Hello, Tina. Hello, Hamda. Hello, Luisa. Hello, Stefania. Hello, Reem. Hello, Laura. Hello. Yes. Okay. Bye, Star. Thanks so much. I so appreciated that. All right. How do we detox after going to the dentist? I think we covered that last week. Laura, I don't know if you were with us, but I covered detox after the dentist. Last week's Facebook Live. Okay. Roseanne says, hi, Monica. Hello. Good to see you again. My son has been on full GAPS for over a year and recently got braces. Do you know any alternatives to Tylenol or ibuprofen for pain? Thank you. Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll will take care of the guanidine in the body, which is why he has pain. The body produces guanidine that gives you pain. Chlorophyll takes it out of the body. So you could take cracked cell chlorophyll. Again, Standard Process has a wonderful chlorophyll called chlorophyll complex that you can just pop, and it just takes it out of the body. It takes the guanidine out, which means the pain comes down. Yeah. You could also do things like put lavender oil on the jaw outside. You can also put lavender oil that is therapeutic grade food supplement internally. Yeah. Tooth, mouth health at some time. Yes, we could. Tooth and mouth health. I'm happy to. All right, folks, we are way over. I was supposed to be done 20 minutes ago, but we stayed long. Thanks so much to Star for saving me because I couldn't see the questions. I don't even know what happened. So weird. I hope it doesn't happen next week. I am going to go ahead and sign off. I've got to get to 2 or 3 clients for the rest of the day. Blessings to all of you. Thank you for being with me today. I hope that was helpful. And whatever you do, go on out there and make sure that you are filtering your water. All right. Be well, everyone. Bye-bye.